Senator Warren of Massachusetts is recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. It's good to see you, Deputy Adeyemo. And thank you, Senator Tillis. I just want to follow up in the same area. And if I can, I want to lay a little background here. In November, after reports that Hamas had received millions of dollars in crypto funding in the months before its terrorist attack on Israel, Treasury wrote a letter requesting Congress's help in closing the gaps in our anti-money laundering rule. Deputy Adeyemo, can you explain why you sent us this letter? What were you seeing that caused you to send us this letter asking for us to change the law?
Senator, as I spoke to my team about increasingly targeting Hamas's financial network, what I was seeing was the fact that as we went after their traditional financial resources and banks, that they were going to turn to other means of financing that could frankly even be faster and harder for us to track in cryptocurrency. And yesterday, I had an opportunity to sit down with the families of Americans who are being held hostage by Hamas today. And they asked me, what, if anything, can we do to cut off their finances? And I explained to them the actions we're taking in the traditional financial sector, but told them, frankly, that one of the places where we need additional tools is to be able to make sure that we don't allow Hamas to build up assets in the digital ecosystem using virtual currencies that are hard for us to track, because that is money that they will use to continue to come after not only Israel, but also to destabilize the region.
So how is it right now that Hamas has access to money or some form of financing for themselves?
They are increasingly, in my view, turning to alternative means of financing, given what we've done in terms of their ability to do the traditional financial system.
So what does it mean, alternative means of financing?
One of those is cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency is a means that while we're using every tool we have, we need additional tools to go after.
Okay, and it's not just Hamas and terrorists that are using crypto financing. North Korea, ransomware gangs, drug traffickers, distributors of child sexual abuse materials, name your bad guy, and crypto is the way that they can move money around. Now, your letter that you sent to Congress follows a basic principle. Activities with similar functions and similar risks should follow similar rules. So I want to look at an example of that. I want to look at one of the middlemen examples, validators. So validators are the middlemen between the payor and the receiver, and they help process crypto transactions. In the traditional banking world, if a bank transacts with somebody who's laundering money, then they are breaking the law. But validators in the crypto world don't have that same set of rules. Are there crypto validators right now that are processing transactions for North Korea and pocketing a fee for each of those transactions? Same for Hamas, same for drug lords and child traffickers.
There's reporting that I am familiar with that's public about the fact that those threat actors that you've mentioned are conducting that type of activity.
Okay, so bad guys can use crypto right now because we don't have the right rules to keep them out. But I think it's worse than that. We know, for example, that Iran, one of Hamas's biggest funders, makes millions of dollars validating transactions for others that have no connection to Hamas or Iran. So if I wanted to send $1,000 worth of crypto to you, Mr. Secretary, is it possible that when I just send it, to send this, that Iran could be our validator and would be collecting a fee, processing our crypto, all of that without either one of us knowing it?
Senator, a transaction like that is certainly possible.
Okay, so Iran, which is subject to all kinds of sanctions, is moving money through crypto and actually making millions of dollars validating crypto transactions for Americans and for everyone else, all because we don't have the right anti-money laundering rules in place. One more quick question. If the crypto market grows and the number of crypto transactions increases, Does that mean more money would likely end up in Iran's pockets?
Everything that we've seen says that when markets grow, threat actors use them more, and we should expect that that is what would happen here as well.
Okay, and more activity, more money. You know, currently the House is working on a bill to create a regulatory framework for stablecoins. Stablecoins make it easier to convert dollars into crypto and crypto into dollars. So they are an on-ramp into the crypto world. If we're going to create new on-ramps, increasing traffic, which is exactly what the House bill does, then we need a regulatory framework that will put the rules for anti-money laundering in place so that we do not have more opportunities for Iran and terrorists and drug lords and human traffickers to make more money. We've got to get those AML rules in place. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Senator Vance of Ohio is recognized.